Well, howdy, partners. It's the weekly roundup.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Weekly Roundup. It's not G&T's, is it?
You were about to say it. I was
G's and T's. The Weekly Roundup. We think, on week 17. Not really sure what's going on. Obviously, we've got myself, very confused Gary. We have Tom, and we have Tam. We're all a little bit frazzled because we couldn't work out if he was actually doing this or not tonight. But we got there in the end.
I just want to clarify, Gary didn't know if we were doing this or not. The conversation that we had earlier, Gary thought we were talking about the whole podcast.
Yeah.
But
So that's the royal we.
All will become clear when we do what we've got planned.
So,
He's
we
what,
haven't got
just
guests this week, have we?
No, mate. I've not even done a 9 darts challenge. I think Max Walker was wanting to do it. And I'm going to be honest, I completely forgot.
Yes.
I am.
And Neil, there was talk of Neil maybe coming on, but obviously that didn't materialise either. Again, I didn't even bother reaching out to him. So, just me being me, basically.
The commitment there.
Yeah, I've got one job to try and arrange people who do 9 darts challenges to come on the podcast, and I can't be bothered.
On a serious note, though, it's nice to see that picking up momentum again. I think it's
the
it's
9
well
darts
thought after in the group.
Yeah. It's just one of those ones that is, because it's one chance. That's all you've got. So it's quite funny. It's quite funny how many people want to do well, because you could see Shocker. I mean, he was genuinely thought he was getting beat the other week there against me. You could see his face; he was devastated. It was hilarious. And then Richie was private messaging me and everything. When are you putting the leaderboard up? When are you putting the leaderboard up? Because he's top before he gets knocked off his perch. So yeah, that was good.
He's sitting at like 100. Is it 186? Richard's sitting at
184, 82, 182, because you made fun of me because it was 241s and I couldn't add them up. So 182. Yeah.
What's this I see on the chat about 12 data? Do we want to talk about that?
Oh, mate, that's coming up in a minute. You want to go over that just now, Tom, or you want to wait till later, mate?
Well, we can go through the tournaments if you wish.
I think I got more of a shock than Tom did, to be honest. I was playing Tom in the Prem, and I rattled a 12 darter, and it was one of those ones. I just missed an 11 darter as well. That was the best of it. I was like gutted that I didn't get the 11, but I'll take the 12.
1, yeah?
170.
Yeah, 170, mate.
170.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
In single out.
It was just one of those. I mean, my first 3 darts, I think, weren't that great, and then it was just like a 180 and then a 140 or something. Then, yeah, I can't remember, but it's one of those ones.
There was one good leg in a crap contest, to be fair.
Oh, it was dreadful. And even the match I played in my semi-final was rank rotten. It was actually launched one of my darts at the board now in pure fury in the middle of the match. It was so poor.
That's the first one I played, absolutely shocking. The second one, the semi-final, I was like, right, I'm going to take time in the final. I played well. It was just the doubles were horrendous. And then come that one, I couldn't even score. I was like,
the two of us were mince. Like as you said, that one leg. I mean, before that one leg, it was just utter disaster zone. But yeah, it was good. It was good because I won.
John, was it John? I see in the chat, John won a tournament as well, did he?
He did, mate. He won his Prem. He won, is it
D
he's in?
Yeah.
Oh, why don't we just go through the things?
I was going to say, all these spoilers, might as well go through them.
Yeah.
All right, so what we got? Tuesday, so last Tuesday, the under 50s. Darren Marshall beat Joe Joinson 4-1. Wednesday was the over 50s, where Alex Shield beat Matt Jackson 4-2. Thursday, 1001, James Morgan beat Ryan Hodgson 3-0 in the final. Saturday was obviously Tyler's tournament, which Steve Walker won. He beat Paul Cook 4-something in the final. I can't remember.
Was that me and you, Gary? No, it was me and you, Tom, wasn't it? Done commentary on the.
Yeah, I was there, mate.
You were there as well, mate. So you come in later on. That was what it was.
Yeah,
You
so
come in
do
later
either
on.
of you remember the score?
What was it best of?
7.
9?
So 7.
I think it was 4-2. I seem to remember, or 4-1. It was either 4-2 or 4-1.
That sounds right.
4-1, I think, because
Something around there.
I think Cookie took your first leg and then Stephen just ramped it up.
Yeah, because he played with his broken fingers. Didn't he?
Yeah.
Then myself and Rich, obviously we'll talk about that in a wee second. Sorry, mate. Stepping
And
your
then
toes there.
Monday, so yesterday, over 50s, Steve beat Stephen Walker, beat Michael Wood 4-0. So they're the tournaments, and we'll quickly run through the Prem result. Stephen Walker beat Paul Cook 6-1. Here we go, our annual visit. Do you want to just say hello?
Hola.
So yeah, Prem A, Stephen Walker beat Paul Cook 6-1. Prem B, Paul Atkinson beat Steve Whitware 5-2. Prem C, I was gone all blurry. Yeah, I can't make that out.
Yeah, is it? You can't see it for the 12 darter that's smashed right into your face, mate. Is that what?
Dan beat me 5-3. Prem D,
Is that what it was? Oh yeah, so it was. Sorry, mate.
John Watson beat Peter Peters 4-3. Prem E, Peter Verbenga beat Rich Smith 4-1. And Fraser Smith beat Daniel Sullivan 3-2 in Prem F.
Results, sir. Cracking
what-
result for Alex
what-
Shield against Mark Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, he beat Mark Jackson and something else, I think.
Probably the Prem, maybe.
Maybe that's something of it.
The 1 week he was there.
But what was it? Sorry, mate, I never heard the Group C result. What was that again?
Moving on.
Who is it sitting top of the table in the Group
Yes,
C
it's
tip
you.
game?
But, and this is where it's bugging me. You have picked up 2 weeks' worth of points for people not showing up.
Still, many tournaments. How many nights have you won, Tom?
None.
Tom, I wouldn't worry about it, mate.
I have made 2 finals, lost them both. But each time I've had to play all 3 games.
To be fair, that's my third final, my first one.
So people show up.
Yeah. Just to stop
We're going
me
to get
from
back
being
to
so
reality
smug.
soon, mate.
I'm tired
We're
of
going to be looking at the league shortly, and then it's going to be.
I'm
top
going to
the
be honest,
bottom.
mate. If it had been for the fact that Tom was playing so poorly, I should never have won anything on Sunday. I was rotten the whole day, and even yesterday I was terrible. My game has just went to pot again. Totally bizarre.
It's good.
Long gone are the banging in the 63 dart averages. Distant memory.
What they say about the world's greatest though, Tam, isn't it? That you still pick up victories when you're playing better.
Exactly, mate. It's about digging it out.
Can we stop giving Tam an ego boost? It's like the one thing he doesn't need.
Thanks, Gary.
It really
Thanks.
doesn't.
So that was what I was going to say myself. Obviously, we're not really talking about the leagues, but we are going to go over the sort of the ups and downs. But myself and Rich done the commentary on the league decider between James Morgan and the Shocker. What a match that was! I don't know if anyone has watched the actual, because we've done live commentary on it. It's on YouTube if you haven't seen it. Jesus Christ, the guy is an absolute beast. James didn't play very well, but
Yeah.
what?
That was Sunday afternoon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 o'clock, mate. It was just
It's relentless when it gets going.
just different level. When he gets, you nailed it right in the head, mate. Once he gets going, it's man alive. Yeah.
On the other commentary for Saturday, we raised £200 in the end for that for Tyler's Friends, I think it's called.
Yeah, a big shout out to Pete as well.
Yeah. So
Cheers,
he
Lottie.
messaged me He messaged me on Saturday night. He was like, "I just seen the He goes, "You still accepting donations?" And I went, "Yeah, crack along, send it, and I'll send it over." So he was like, "Right, I've sent it to make it a nice round number." I was like, "Brilliant." I was like, "You didn't have to do that, you know." And he was like, "Yeah, well, you know, I thought 18 is a good number." So you sent enough to make it 200. The cat,
Who was that?
Pete Stewart.
Pete Stewart.
Oh, it's Pete Stewart.
Yeah,
Now
I
you
saw
can
in the
see.
chat Pete, but I didn't realise which one.
yeah. So
Now
I
you
was
can
like,
see why none of us, myself and John, didn't want to partner him and maybe play at the darts tournament thing in Glasgow.
So I did message him back saying, "You're either had a few too many, or I'm in trouble at that doubles tournament." If that's the counting ability.
I think it might be both.
So, but yeah, it was good. £200 is nice.
Yeah.
Especially for a group. I mean, it's not as if for that big a group.
No.
To raise that sort of money, it's impressive. Yeah. So well done, everyone that
Go.
donated. Anyone that didn't donate,
Shame on
ashamed
you.
of yourself.
I'll call you out next time.
Yeah, that's that. I think there was
Nice.
anything else, was there? Tournament-wise and
Tournament-wise.
league news.
Team League's all wrapped up as well now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who won that again? Going local one, was it?
Darting something, wasn't it?
No, I swear you two are just picking the random names out. Names that you've seen.
Maybe.
It was. So I have the table
Robin
in front
Hoods.
of me. The Robin Hoods. Which I believe was Tyler Neal's team.
Yeah. I think you may have mentioned it once or 200 times.
We finished 4th.
Was it? I thought it was third.
No, 4th. Obviously, we've got
Gary just couldn't play, so if you'd been in the team, Gary, we would have probably finished last.
I've done my bit for the team and getting injured.
So the sign-ups are open. We are capping it this time because of how many dropouts we had.
That was
And people
ridiculous,
not
mate.
showing. So it's literally first come, first served. So hopefully we'll be getting the captains and a draw soon for that.
Yeah.
Tournament-wise, obviously we're not going to mention what it is, but have you guys seen the new major? Seen the
The one
poster?
James posted earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quality.
Tom's saying, yeah, but he's looking for it now.
That was that the one that Martin Ball put up? I thought it was Martin Ball that put something up. I just make things up now.
Yeah, you pretty much are.
I did see it. Is that the thing that my brain actually gets so trying to work it out? We're saying it.
It must be then, because I had to look at it twice.
Yeah, because I was in work and I was sort of looking going, what? But then I clicked what it was. Yeah.
So yeah,
I do know what you're talking about. For once, I actually do know what you're talking about, Tom.
When's that coming off the press? Are we announcing that soon?
25th, I believe it was.
Yeah, cool.
So still a while to go. But I'm looking forward to that one.
That'll get a good reaction.
I think it will need to get looked at to streamline it to make it as even as possible. As someone had mentioned, we're going to have to try and work out a way to do it.
But then, like I said, that's going to be honestly so difficult to try and get. So you're going to need like 19 different wheels for certain situations.
See, I don't think it should be. I don't think it should be random this time. I think it should just be put into so that it makes it up. But we don't want to get into too much detail because people will be starting going,
Might as well just tell them what it is.
Moving on from that, that's tournaments all covered.
Nice, mate. And if you want any more information on that thing that we're just talking about, don't ask any of us. We've not got a clue.
Just message James. Everyone, just
James.
send him.
Bombard them.
Yep.
If you watch this video, message James. he loves it. He loves it when you message him. And Rich, he likes it as well. Rich loves it when you DM him.
I'd say Rich is one of these that is very partial to receiving a DM.
He loves it, mate. Especially the young pretty boys. He loves a message from a young pretty boy.
After missing.
Wait a minute to get my wee jingle back up.
Bless
So
him.
yeah.
I thought you
I did
generally
do
had it there ready.
No, mate. I
Oh.
wouldn't do that to him.
The message you put in was brilliant. He's put it on his Facebook.
I genuinely did do the dirty on him by posting on his Facebook, because I actually messaged Tom and said, if I overstepped the mark here, but I'd messaged Rich, and Rich was like, no, it's fine. He's like, you're still a PRICK though. So yeah.
Yeah, it takes a lot to overset the mark, Rich.
Yeah. That's what he said. He said it's all just banter. He's like, don't worry about it. He said I could untag myself if I wanted to. I was like,
What's
brilliant.
the old furry boots done the bullseye against him, though? Did you see that in the chat?
Yeah, for his pet peeve. Oh, that was good, mate.
Quality. The Rich replied, someone's watched the podcast.
That's it. Anyone that's watched that podcast that's playing Rich is going to do that to him now from now on. He's going to get that on his head all the time.
There for the taking.
So I like to see that I've influenced people, mate. Tom the influencer. Tom, you
Is
look
that the
deep thought
nickname you're
there, mate.
settling with? Because it
That's
looks
what
like it's changed quite a lot over the last few weeks.
I'm going to change that as soon as we come off here, mate. Tom
Change
the
who's to
influencer.
what? Sorry.
Mine's. I've through a few name changes, mate. Don't know if you've noticed them.
What you have?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
constantly.
Tam Long Sausage at one point, but I didn't like that too much.
Tambo Force, Geordie Slayer, or Sloth Slayer. Mr. Tambastical now something.
The Tambast, that's a good one actually, Tom. I've not even had that one. That's
one
one
like-
new.
Wasn't it like Juicy Lips or something?
Yeah,
at one point?
Tam Luscious Lips Leech. And I may have had to Google how to spell it, but that's neither here nor there.
We understand the language, Barry.
Yeah, so I've not really done many nickname changes for the other members though. So I've behaved myself this
It's
week.
been quiet.
Yeah.
Just
I need,
settled a
to, I,
little.
need, I need to up my game again, boys.
So, before we go on to leagues, am I still here?
Yeah.
At the beginning,
It was
when
like,
it was just me and Tam doing
oh
these,
yeah.
we gave our predictions. Oh, you absolute donkey.
I think that's a sort of preview of what's to come with when you find out what the results of these are.
Prediction of who we thought the very first week we started, of who we thought was going to go up. No relegations. We just went for the players going up.
That's for this season, not for the whole thing from the beginning of the server, just to clarify.
They're just for this season. So I'm not sure how many names we're going to say that are still in the server. I don't know if we've got a table where we can have a look, or
Well, if you
remember.
say each division, and then I'll put the division on the screen, mate. How's about that?
Perfect.
Yeah. So obviously we wasn't going to share any of these results at all until right to the very end of the season.
So it's not actually. We're just going to show the league tables. It's not going to be the actual results.
Yeah.
So
Because
there's still
Tom
games to
might-
play and
Yeah,
whatnot.
there isn't many
It's too
games.
close to call.
There isn't many games, to be fair, that's left to play. I don't think. I think there's a couple of divisions that people are having to get their butt kicked. But if you
Yeah.
haven't played all your games, you've got to Monday. Is that right, Gary? Just until Monday.
No
and then that's it.
extensions at all.
Goes down as a draw.
Yeah. But what people will see is that the remaining fixtures can change a hell of a lot of the overall outcome. Whether you're in relegation, you might climb out of it, you might stop someone else being promoted. All will become clear in some of these groups. It's very, very close. So without further ado,
Let's do it, Tom. Who have we got?
So Group L.
Yes, mate.
You said the three players that you thought were going to go up was Egri, Dylan Thomas, and Dan H.
Who did you say, Tom?
I said Egri, Nick, and Grant Silk.
Let's see if any is it. You can get one. Oh, what? We got one each.
I can't see.
One each. Eggy finished in the middle.
Agree's middle.
I take it. Who's the other one? One of them's left. One of
I
the
went
ones
Nick Mitchell. Yeah, you went Dylan.
He's offski. He's away.
He's gone. Long gone.
Oh, we still don't know who Dan H EU is yet.
So
Oh,
I know now. I've documented it on the Ready for Season 5.
So yeah.
So looking at that though, Grant's.
Tam, what you doing?
What are you doing, Tam? We're not doing
Just
this
trying to see
bit.
how many games are left. How many games are left?
Grant's played all of his games and ended on 46, so he's definitely
Right, so
going
that's
up.
fine. It's it. Right, so
We got
Joe Johnson.
Nick Mitchell's got one game left, as has Joe Johnson.
And that's against each other.
But they can't. Yeah, so the top three in that group's already decided, isn't it? Grant, Dan, and Joe Johnson.
They can't catch, so that one's done.
So yeah, congratulations, gentlemen. So
Right, so
who's got a point out of you two then?
One each.
I've got one each, mate.
One each. Nicely
One
done.
each.
Good man, Dan H.
Group K. Tam, you went for Dan Humphrey, who I know is not with us in the leagues now. Tommy and Levi. And I went Regan, John, Levi, and Kay West.
Let's see.
Neither of us.
We've got Levi in the middle.
And Levi's sat in the middle.
Tommy's in the relegation dogfight. He can claw his way out, can't he? Yeah. So it'll go down to head to head, maybe.
Yeah, it's between Tommy and Kieran. Both got. Kieran's finished all his games, so Tommy has to win his very last one.
And he's playing Levi, is that right? It looks like it.
But he's got to win by a leg difference of +2, though.
Yeah. Although it goes to head first, it depends on what his head to head is with Kieran, the Gashmeister.
People always ask, and I never know what answer to give them for the season. Because, to be honest, I can't even remember how I set it up or...
I think I was because I changed it, mate. I changed it over, and I think the head to head is a fairer way to do it. I think if you've played head to head and someone's won 2 games against the other guy, that's just how I think it is. But change it. It's not an issue to change it.
It seems fair. So yeah, Tommy's got to go all guns blazing on his final game.
Yeah.
As far as the top part's concerned, how are we looking? So Josh has played all of his. So that's the benchmark currently.
Yeah, it's done, mate.
That's done deal, isn't it?
No, yeah. That's the 3 that are going up. I think it is anyway.
Nice. You still won all then?
Yep.
Yeah, mate.
What's the next group? J.
Sorry.
So, Tam, you went for Pete Stewart, Tom Matthews, and Neil Turner. And I went for Pete, Noah, and John B., who I know has left us.
Tom Matthews in the middle. Pete Stewart. Pete, what are you playing at, mate? Well, Neil Turner. Did the 2 of us go for Neil
Turner's
Turner?
up there.
No, just you.
Just me, mate?
Yep.
So that's 2-1 to me, mate, is it?
Yep.
Look at Mislav. He's got 1 game left and is on 27 points. Third position's on 29 points.
And he's played all his games.
Yeah.
And he's played all.
So is Malcolm.
Who's Mislav got, Gary? I don't want to put it up because Tom nearly ripped my throat out there when I went to look at the leagues fixtures.
I can't remember his fixture.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Well, who's showing 1 game remaining on there?
Tom Matthews.
Tom Matthews. There you go.
Mm.
So Mislav could go from 5th to being promoted. 1 game.
So we've got
No
Daniel
pressure.
Huckett, Ronan, and Taylor Sargent. Unfortunately, boys, yous are going down. Your fate is sealed.
So, be interesting to see how that one plays out.
How about Group I, Tom? Aye,
Yeah.
Captain.
So, Tom, you went for Peter, Nick, and Cole. And I went for Nick, Arwell, and Alfie.
Shout.
There's Cole here.
Alfie.
here. Peter. So I went for Nick, you said, and you went for Arwell.
You went for Peter, Nick, and Cole. And I went for Nick, Arwell, and Alfie.
Well, you get 2, mate, so that's 4 apiece. Is that right?
Yep.
Scroll down a bit, Tam.
Scroll.
Down a little bit, please, mate. Okay, so
Hayden and Luke have still to play.
it's the battle of relegation in this one.
Yeah. Hayden can... Yeah, he can claw his way out.
Is this, who was, hold on. As Tam's got that up, I'm looking at the fixtures because I believe
It should
that
be Luke
one
and Hayden.
has been
Has
played.
been played. Right, who won, mate?
What group are we looking at?
Aye, Cal.
Oh, they're playing now.
What's the score?
Oh, wait, no. Fucking 8 p.m. Thursday.
Okay.
I can't keep doing the podcast until Thursday, Tom. I've sort of got work in the morning, mate. I need to go off at some point. So we'll move on, mate, I think.
Yeah. Having a look at that, though, if Hayden wins, that puts him on 19 points.
Yep, same as Mike, the Hooters. So it'll all go down to head-to-head, I think. So, who knows, mate?
Cool. Class one.
All right, Group H. Tam, you went for Martin Knight, Ross, and Greg. And I went for Gary, Eric, and Ryan Haskey.
Cheers, mate.
Was that you?
Was it? Fuck. Not a chance, is it, mate? Gary B, isn't it?
Gary B, yeah.
No, I think it was you, mate. This is your group. Is it not? Oh, you were in G.
I was in
weren't
G
you?
before I moved down to Z.
Right, so any of us got anybody? Ryan Haskey?
I've got, right, here we go. So, you went Martin, Ross, and Greg? No.
None.
I went for Gary, Eric, and Ryan.
2 again.
Oh, Tom's racing ahead now.
Yeah.
So, third place has played all of his game.
To be fair, mate, the 2 of us, it's all to do with 2. Oh, no, it doesn't really matter. 2 of them are going up.
Yeah.
But David
Yeah, but
Jones
look
and
at
Gary
fifth.
B.
Greg in fifth still got a game to play, and that would put him on the same points as third.
Yep.
So that's all to play for. What's the bottom of the table looking like?
Yeah,
it's decided.
their fate is sealed.
How? Right. This is what baffles me now. So that's Group H.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Alex Shield, who's playing in the same Prem that we're in C.
Yep.
Who's won a night, but he's going down.
He must have come in late, mate. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Inherited most of that.
There is no way he should be down there. I mean, he's very steady when he plays. So there's no way he would be down there. I've played a few of the boys in that group, and generally I'll beat those boys. I'm not.
Whoa!
I'm not been sort of thingy, but I've played Jack Harwood. I've played him a few times, and I just leather him constantly because he's shit. I'm all kidding, Jack. I've played a few of the guys in there, but you're going. Alex always gives you a good game, always.
Yeah. I think he's come in and got them wins and draws, hasn't
I think so, mate.
His average must have been low for it to get in there.
He's cheated. Colin Pestage, he's
I
an
think he's in the-
apprentice.
he was in the 40s, wasn't he? I think.
He was, but he's only just gone up to over 50s.
Yeah.
He's probably just, it's like all of us, you have a purple patch and you just start playing up well above your average. And that's what I was doing when I was playing against James and stuff like that. And it's just back to reality again now.
Yeah, back down to my 38 averages.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of collating these averages for the start of the season, because I can sort of track people's progress. And some people have gone up by 10 in a season, which is incredible.
I'll tell you something, mate. Alex Shield, he'll absolutely scoosh Group I next season. You can put your money on that. He will absolutely scoosh that group. There's no way. Sorry, I'm probably using a Scottish term there. He'll win it easily, is what scoosh means.
Ooh, early predictions.
Yeah, mate, there's no way he's not going to come bouncing straight back up from that.
Nice.
Moving on. G. Tam, you went for Tracy, Matt, and Matthew O'Leary. And I went for Matthew, Neo, and Rich. Cheers, Rich. Fucking let down.
Rich has still got a couple of games to play, though. So he's.
Yeah. And he can save himself if he wins.
What happened to Tracy? What the hell, Tracy?
She was top for so much, weren't she?
I thought she was a stick on.
Yeah, bless her. She's not going to be with us next season because she's got a couple of medical things on the go. But she said she'll definitely come back once she's got herself recovered.
I don't know.
And unfortunately for Derek, he is coming back next season.
Just not a G.
Derek. Yeah.
So,
yeah, brag, but
that
that's
one's
another
going to come
point for
down
me.
to Rich.
So Matt Stevens and the two of them boys are definitely down. Rich is still very much in the dogfight. He just needs a couple of good results and can haul himself back up. Top guys, it's sort of not decided either, I don't think, is it?
Well, Ellis has still got 6 points to play for.
Yeah.
So that'll put him in second.
Yeah. Curtis basically he's up. It's up to, depends on what Ellis does, whether he goes up or he stays. Ellis just needs to pick up a point maybe, and it's all
Curtis is the current benchmark for that group.
Yep.
Yeah, all to play for in G.
There you go. What we got for the next one?
So F, we've gone. Well, you've gone. Rab, Peter Peters, and Jardinio. And I went Rab, Dan Hutchinson, and Jake Greenwood.
Jardinio, what are you playing at, son?
I think Rab's up there, isn't he?
Yeah, Rab's definitely going up. Yeah, he's definitely going.
So out of that, you've got Rab. So well done, you've now got 5 points.
You get 2, I take it.
Oh, Rab and Dan. Oh, that's another 2 points here.
Well, you say Dan. I think fifth's still got a game to play.
But we're going on what we've got now, Gary. We're not going overall. Come on.
Come on, Kyle.
We're not playing tiebreaker rules now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle could literally snatch it from Dan in the dying seconds.
It's no offence to Kyle, but it's just to take the smug look off Tom's face.
What's that, 9-5 now?
Yeah, mate. Don't know what the bottom is. The bottom with the boys get out of there?
No. Yeah, that's already decided.
That's decided.
Unfortunately.
Lucky guys. Yeah, well done.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We've both been shafted over in Group E.
Oh, no.
Are you ready?
Yes, mate.
So you went Michael Carey, John Watson, and Lucky Luke. I went Lucky
Oh.
Luke, John Watson, and Kev Dick.
Look who's at the bottom of the pile. Finishes with a win. Well done, John. Who's not finished, he's got a game to play. Yeah, John.
Don't think it's going to make too much difference, mate, to be honest.
Ryan Hodgson, can he make his way out? He's got 9 points to play for.
Yeah.
No,
No.
no, he can't. No. There's Luke with 22 points. I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm totally shocked with the two of them. Nah, doesn't make any difference. I was going to say he could maybe bounce up, but the best he could do is 4th. If he gets a win.
Yeah.
Well, at least the two of us get Michael Carey, mate. Eh?
No, you're just you.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
So,
Right, our group.
Yeah, I think the two of us went for you. There seems to be a common theme of us picking the person that's the worst in the whole league.
So you went for myself, Paul, and Tyler. And I went for myself, Aaron, and Chris J. And I generally think out of all that, Aaron's the highest in 4th out of both our picks.
right, you should never back your own.
Look at the bottom. We managed to pick, or you managed to pick the bottom two. I think did the two of us go for Tyler?
No, just you.
Just me, mate.
Oh, wait.
I went for you, Tyler, and Paul.
Oh, no, I went Chris J. Aaron and myself.
We should spice it up, and any one of your predictions that's in the bottom 3, you should take a point off.
Well, we'll get one each. Damn.
We've got one each there.
Mike
That's
Singleton can steal it.
That's a good one.
Definitely up for grabs,
that, Gary. If somebody finishes and someone gets relegated, you get points taken off. I like that.
Yeah, of course you do, because you're like 19-3 down.
Who's that at the bottom there?
Moving on to Group C.
Is there any hope for anybody in there to get out? Nope.
No. But like I say, it can be taken.
Yeah, Mike can jump up into 3rd. So, yeah. But so, instead of Paul's got a game to play as well, so if Paul wins, basically nothing Mike can do.
Looking
He
at
can
Paul's
jump
form.
above Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike can jump above Aaron as well. Aaron's played all his games.
Yeah. So, C.
And Paul could tie with James Day. I'm not finished yet, Tom. I'm looking at this.
Yeah, but we're giving far too much for the end of the...
I'm just saying, it's all the permutations, mate. Jeez, oh. Right, sorry, guys.
No, go on. Carry on, sorry.
No, sorry, Mike. Tom's not interested in what you can do, mate. Just as long as he gets to move on to his little bit he wants to do. Sorry for trying to make...
Can we just scroll back down again, Tam, quickly before we move to C?
Yeah, who's that right at the bottom there?
Cheers, mate. Back up we go. Thank you.
Give me a second, see if I can zoom it in a wee bit. I can't see it very well. Oh, hey. Hey, Tom, you want to Group C, mate?
You ready?
Yes, mate. Sorry for wanting...
You went for Jay Russell, Martin Ball, and Dale Woodcock. And I went Jay Russell, Ben, and Darryl, who left.
Darryl, who left?
That was it me that went for Dale Woodcock?
Yeah.
Jeez, oh dear. I genuinely can't, because Dale was some player, man. I mean, I remember I used to throw against him all the time, and he was a nightmare to play.
So you went Jay, Martin, Dale.
Okay, there's Dale. That's Martin.
Yeah. Tom and Andy both got 3 games left each to play. So anything can happen.
It's a bit silly, isn't it? It's get the finger out, boys. That's a bit.
Well, I think Tom's already decided he's leaving. So I very much doubt the fixtures get played.
I am staying.
Oh, you asked?
Yeah.
No, you're in a lower, more achievable division.
Which is a shame for the rest of the guys that you still to play against, because it can mess up the sort of, if someone has already played that match and get beat by them.
Yeah.
That's when it turns into a bit of a farce. But it is what it is.
Ball safe, looking at that, actually.
Well, like I said, mate, it depends on if that Andy guy is
9
going to
points.
play.
Yeah.
Because that Andy guy's still to play his games, but he's got a week to do
In
it.
a bit of danger.
Yeah, he could be in a pickle. There we go. Andy the Arrow can jump up as well. You can get into the mix.
He's got 6 to play for, hasn't
Adam Mills as well could potentially.
Yeah, this is Group C, where they've got like half the season to bloody finish yet.
Yeah, it's just. Well, that was Ben Payne. Was that me picked him?
No, me.
Yeah.
he?
But
And this,
I think I picked Cohen, did I not?
No.
Did I not? Hmm.
was it Cohen that was injured?
Yeah.
Because he's still got 3 of his games to play.
Yeah, he's only just come back, hasn't he?
That's right.
Really
Who was
hard to call.
So,
it? Yeah. So there we go. Moving on before Tom starts crying again.
so B. Ham, you went Chris Stewart, Jamie Scott, and Brian Gellin. Who's left? I went for Gav, Matthew Clark, and Michael Wood.
It's a good call there, Matthew Clark. Good call with Gav
Gav.
as well, mate. Sort your life out, Gav. Jamie
Gav's
Scott,
safer.
Chris Stewart. There's the Stewart Meister. Well, he's not safe either, is he?
No.
If he wins his
He's got
last match,
one
he
game
is.
left.
He's got one game left, but Andy Jones has got 2 games left. So if he wins his 2 and Chris doesn't win his last, he would jump above him. And we've got Jamie Scott. There's got about 900 games still to play. So yeah. I think none of us went for Michael
Hold
Wood.
on. A result come in for Group B.
Was it?
Jamie Scott and Chris. So Chris has now played his last league game.
What was the score? You giving us it or we?
Jamie Scott won 6-0.
Actually happened, or were you just winding Chris up?
No, it generally happened.
Amazing. Good result.
Not for Chris, it's not.
So
So that puts the cat
What
amongst the
would that-
pigeons.
Well, I'll tell you
27.
He's 3 points behind Chris and still got 2 games to play.
I'll put that result in from my end now,
Yep, it should update.
and it should update yours.
Oh, that changes the landscape of that quite a lot, doesn't it?
Bump Jamie Scott above Andy. But Andy's still got 2 games to play, and so has Jamie.
Sake.
So potentially, Andy Jones could jump into second, I think. He won his last 2 games, is that right? Not Andy Jones, Jamie Scott.
Yeah, potentially. The dying embers of the league, Chris Stewart has just been absolutely robbed of promotion. Oh,
Like I said, though, mate, Jamie and Andy could get beat the last 2 games, and then Chris is fine, he's safe.
I think, Tom, you've put that in wrong, because it's now showing Chris Stewart as a win.
Yeah, hold on, let me find the game again. No, I put Jamie Scott. It's
No, it's
6-0.
definitely
It's
in
not
league.
updated properly.
It's probably just an older game, Gary. It's probably one of the ones it's probably not his last game. Maybe one of the,
I see.
so it'll put it in an order of
Yeah, it's
fixtures.
not. That was round 16.
Aye.
Which, yeah, if you go back,
Yep, is what the
It's down as a loss.
first one in row 4. Yeah. There we go.
So yeah, 3 points behind them.
So yeah, there you go.
All fun and games. Hey, so what's Group A, mate?
This was just for league winners. The league winner, sorry. And we went. Who do you reckon you had to win it?
Neil. I think the two of us probably went Neil.
You went Neil. I went Ollie.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Look at that. Right down to the wire. I don't think Shocker lost a game, did he? I think he won every game since he took over.
Should hope so. He's got the highest average in the server.
Has he? I thought it was Ollie,
Think
the
so.
highest average.
Well, Ollie went out of the league, didn't
It's certainly
No.
not Tom that's got the highest average.
No. I know we're talking about A at the minute, but I've just looked on Discord because it keeps popping up and it's doing me head in. We've had quite a few results coming on the leagues. So as in Martin Ball's just played a league game.
How'd he go on, mate?
He won 4-1.
he? Oh, great result.
He won 4-1.
Yeah, Martin did beat Andy Simmons. Yeah, Andy did. Yeah. 4-1. Don't they play first to 5?
No, best of 6.
No, that's a
What,
B
in
and
C?
B. No, A and B is the two big dogs, mate.
Well, he's given himself the best chance, hasn't he, by adding another 3 points.
Yeah.
There was another one.
Well, if that Tom guy isn't playing his matches, he's Martin's safe.
But
Did you
you know
put
when
Martin's
you click
result?
on something and it disappears?
Yeah.
Ryan Hodgson in Group E drew 3-3 with Lucky Luke this evening.
Ooh, I think that makes doesn't make him safe, means you.
23.
Yeah, that's him safe. I think.
Yeah, he's done enough.
Because all Ryan Hodgson, all they've left is 6 points to play for, I think. Unless that's after the results, but I don't think it is.
Yeah, so he'll be on 13 and then have 6 left to play for.
Yeah.
So he still can't do enough to get out of bottom 3.
That's the bottom 3, boys. That's it. Everyone's fate is sealed.
So yeah, as you can see, there's still a lot to play for in the dying embers of the league, which is really good to see. Just hurry up and get played, please.
Yes, exactly, mate. Is that us?
So what's the overall score then, Tom, on the Tam and Tom predictions?
Oh, I lost count, mate. I'm
Yeah,
not going to lie.
I think it's safe to say I got an absolute doing there.
What can I say? I know the members better.
Even though most of them have left.
Yep.
And it's because of Tom. That's why they left, Gary.
Strong chance.
Or the admin team that we brought in to help us out. Maybe that's the causes. I think there's a good chance, Tom.
I think if we're going to point fingers somewhere, that's probably the way to go.
Yes, mate.
Because the one thing I have noticed is that when it was just me and you, numbers were steadily increasing, and we're adding people into the leagues, and now we just have to constantly replace.
Yes, mate.
So
I think we're having to constantly replace. Is that again? Are we talking about that royal we again?
I think he's talking a lot of wee. I think that's what it is. I think what it is people miss my sort of playful banter when I start shouting and bawling at them. I think that's what it is, Tom, on the server. Start giving them abuse. I think I need to start being more abusive to people again. I think
Yeah.
they respect. I think they respect it.
I think people have forgot you're in there.
Thanks, mate.
I mean, it went from you sending a lot of abusive messages and hurrying people up to nothing very, very quick, where like my involvement gradually declined.
They'll just pop up and wade people up and then disappear into the darkness again.
You just
That's what I do,
literally come in, slag someone off, ask for a game, and then bugger off.
They change a nickname or two and then go away again. It's nice. It's a nice setup. I quite like what I've done with the place.
Old 12 Dark Town over there.
Oh.
Hey, you want to do a quiz before we go, or you up for a quiz, guys?
Have we got one?
I think Tom's got one.
I've got a quiz if you want a quiz.
If you still want a quiz, we don't have to. I'm not fussed
Wouldn't
either.
be the same without it.
Right.
It's a good platform for me to flex my general knowledge and amaze everyone on how intelligent I am.
Nice. See, before we got into that, by the way, I wanted to do this last week. Tom wouldn't let me. I don't even know what I've done with it now. It's a little riddle. Because you know I like a riddle, Gary. It's a bit like how much you like a jingle. You ready for this? I'm a fruit. If you take away my first letter, I'm a crime. If you take away my first two letters, I'm an animal. If you take away my first and last letters, I'm a form of music. What am I?
Grape.
You fucking can't help yourself, Tom, can you?
You can like edit it so it's not answered so quick. Quick take two. We'll
I
just
was still trying to work out what he said the second sentence. I'm like, what was that word? Is it something to do with crime?
Yeah. Take away the first letter, you're a crime. Take the first two, you're an animal.
I've just broke my frigging phone as well.
Ape.
Cheers, Tom. That was really challenging.
Yeah. If you take away the first and last letter and then put a C at the beginning of it, you get what Tom's quiz is. Crap.
Well, that's a new low. I work hard weekly for these quizzes.
Do you know how long it took me to come up with that? Well, it took me about 2 seconds to download it, but that's neither here nor there,
You
mate.
come up with it, did you? You invented that riddle. Is that what we're saying?
You've heard that one before. There's no way Tom got that quickly.
Because as soon as you said I'm a fruit, but then I'm a crime, I was just like, what's crime? And I was like, thought of the major crimes, and I was like,
You thought of the crimes that you've done, is that what you're saying?
like I was saying stuff like that.
Is that genuinely the first crime that you thought of?
It says more about
No, I went
crime
for
than
the-
it does
I
anyone
went
else.
for the big ones. I went murder, and I was like, there's no fruit that has got murder. And then I went there.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to justify it. Well done on getting it right.
Right, Ted Bundy, have you got the quiz set up there?
Super Ted.
Good mullet Al Bundy.
I do have a quiz. Who wants to go first?
I'm happy either way.
I don't even want to do your quiz anymore. You've actually put me in a bad mood, Tom.
Tom, you can go first.
Yeah, I'll go first. Give us your crap quiz, mate.
Tom's crab quiz, 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 Tom's crab quiz. Check it out now. Oh yeah.
What nickname was given to the serial killer Jack the Ripper?
What's his fucking nickname? Is it not? Wait a minute. Jack the Ripper. I actually watched quite a lot of things about him as well, and I can't think of what you're talking about. The Whitechapel murderer.
Correct.
I would never. Because his nickname was Jack the Ripper.
Was you just about to say I would never have guessed that?
I actually was about to say I would never have guessed that. Yeah, I did actually guess that.
Yeah. The Whitechapel murderer. Because most of his murders were committed in London's Whitechapel district.
Most of his murders were committed in Glasgow.
And Gary, you're up. What did the Romans use as mouthwash?
Beaver.
I was going to say beaver for a joke.
Beaver's
I'm going to say urine.
It is urine. Correct.
We've all been there.
It's not
It's
beaver's
high in
urine, though.
ammonia, which is a powerful cleansing agent.
And tastes lovely.
Is it their own, do you know? Or is it...
I wasn't around back then.
Don't fucking ask me, Tom. I can see you about to say, Tom, do you know?
I was about to say
helmets on.
I was about to say I'll drop Chris Stewart a message.
Poor Chris.
He was way before that time.
Tam, how many Earths could fit inside the sun?
3,000. A good tiebreaker question, Tom.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to save that for the tiebreaker?
I'm saying it would have been a good tiebreaker.
Oh.
I'm not even joking. I've actually seen a thing to do with it and I can't remember what the answer was.
So I can't just go one under the can because it's not a tiebreaker question.
No, mate, you've got to actually get it correct.
All right, 12.
12.
You ready for the answer? 1.3 million.
Is it?
1.3 million.
Maybe I'm
can
thinking
fit
how many
inside the
moons.
sun.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah, the sun is an average size star. Some stars are just up to 100 times larger.
Yeah. That was the thing I seen. I think I'm thinking how many moons would fit in the Earth, and then it keeps on jumping up like that. Then it ends up going to like a black hole, the size of a black hole.
That's actually insane.
Yeah, it's madness. It just shows you have no concept of size. You can't even visualize that. Crazy.
Right. So, it's Tom's question now. There's
No,
a
it's
couple
Gary's.
of words I'm going to butcher. Is it Gary's?
It's Gary's, mate.
Well, Gary's question. There's a few words here that I'm going to butcher, so bear with me.
Just the sort of questions we like, mate.
Sati is a type of beer that's traditionally flavoured with juniper. You're most likely to find in which country?
Belgium.
Oh, so I didn't butcher it too bad. That's not the answer, though, but...
False hope.
Sorry.
No, I just guessed when you said juniper. I thought I'd take a guess at Belgium because they do a lot of beers.
Japan, because it sounds like sake.
Finland.
Ooh, you weren't far away, I guess.
Sati also has a slight banana taste due to the use of baking yeast.
I like a banana milkshake, but I'm not sure if I like a banana beer.
Or juniper.
Favourite flavour of milkshake? Is it banana over strawberry?
Oh, it's chocolate all day, mate.
Oh.
Yeah, banana.
See, the things I find with the chocolate ones is that you always get like the powder with them still. Like, you just don't go properly.
You need one up. You need one up here, then, mate. It's never like that in Scotland.
Banana milkshake's the only fruit I eat, I think.
I don't think it's one of your
I
five a
have
day,
wine
guys.
gums occasionally.
Yeah.
Pineapple milkshake, that's what we need.
Nice.
Who are we on now?
Me.
What's the score? Oh, the score don't even matter, does it? Forgot about that.
I think it's one each. That's 1-0 to me. I don't know if Gary got one right. Can't even remember.
Women's piss.
So you did. One each.
Oh,
That's the extent of Gary's knowledge. If the answer is urine, Gary's your man.
So, Specialist
he's all out.
subject.
He's all out of piss. Take your time, Tom. It's good entertainment, this, mate.
sorry.
Dark again.
What princess was traditionally called Badar al-Badr before Disney renamed her?
Yasmin.
It's correct.
Prince Ali, handsome is he? I've seen the movie
Hardly
a
going to
million
be
times.
Sleeping Beauty, was
Yeah.
it?
Badr al-Badr means full moon of full moons in Arabic.
In other words, her full moons. Way. Sorry, boys. Sorry,
I
ladies.
think
Any
we
ladies
watch a
that are watching?
different Disney.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good question.
Oh, Tom likes it.
Decide.
What was the first film directed by a woman to gross over $100 million at the box office?
Debbie Does Dallas.
That's incorrect.
I think I know the answer, but I'm not sure. I'm probably totally wrong. But it's either this will be my answer, Hurt Locker, or it's going to be Life of Pi. None of the two of them.
All joking aside, is that not Avatar?
No, that was James Cameron.
That was a joke.
Big.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Was that a woman? I couldn't have told you who directed that, mate.
It was directed by Penny Marshall.
There you go. Now the penny drops.
Good on you, Penny.
Is it Tam? Musical question for you, Tam. The world's oldest known musical instruments are 2,000-year-old flutes made from bird bone and the ivory of what mammal? When you've got a picture of guitars behind you, you should know this.
So I got to do with a flute.
Oh, music's music, innit?
Really?
A mammoth. A woolly mammoth.
You just like scrap that out of nowhere, haven't you?
I was like, it's either an elephant or a mammoth. It's got to be one of the two of them.
It's a mammoth. The flutes were found in a cave in southern Germany.
There you go. Alongside a bottle of Heineken. I don't even know if that's German. Is Heineken even German? I don't even think it is German. I think it's Dutch, is it? You should ask Peter.
Well,
Oh, I don't know.
it's not shit.
Gary, who was the youngest British Prime Minister?
British or British?
British.
Youngest British Prime Minister. Oh, no idea. Tony Blair.
He pulled that one right out of his ass, man.
1997.
That's who it is. It is. It's Tony Blair.
It's not.
Is it not?
No.
It's the youngest one I could think of. That
Who
I
is
know
it then?
of.
William
William
Pitt
the
the
Younger.
Younger.
Was it? Is it him?
Yeah.
There you go. Maybe that's why he was,
He was
called the Younger.
24.
There you go, mate. I thought you'd pulled that one out your butt cheeks there, guys. That's who I thought it was.
Win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
you
we're
draw
on
some, so-
tiebreaker.
Yeah, mate, always.
It's
Then
the
we're
only
doing
way I
the
can win this.
we're texting.
That's if your phone still works.
Yeah, it's got a bit cracked the screen, but we're still working. Mate, it's fine.
I'm doing this on my phone, so once Tam sent you his,
Yes,
I'll say
mate.
mine out loud.
That's
Exactly.
fine.
When you need a question, though, Tom, it's usually easier to answer. You send you a message. Fun with the question first.
Would you like to carry on, Tam?
The village home.
What was that, Tom? Sorry, mate.
Would you like to carry on?
I would like to carry on, mate, yes.
The tiebreaker question for this week. How many miles are there between London and Sydney?
Sydney Divine or the place Sydney? How many miles?
You can't Google it.
I'm not Googling it.
Oh.
I don't even know if this is anywhere near it, mate. But this is what I'm sending you.
Send it.
Yeah.
Am I anywhere near it?
No.
I generally have no idea, so I'm going to say 2,672.
Okay.
Specific. Who's closer? It's Gary. It's closer, isn't it?
Gary's closer.
Can I change my answer? I forgot to put a point in between those two. Is that
Is this
closer?
where I find out I'm still about 5,000 out? 8,000 out.
10,553 miles.
I don't
Tam,
think
would
we
you
need
like to share your answer?
No, mate. Nope.
You
I
sure?
have no
Sweet.
interest. I have no interest in sharing that answer,
No.
mate. Thanks.
So, just for a rough one, with Tam's answer, you could have gone from London to Sydney, Sydney to
Come back
London,
again.
and London back to Sydney.
Oh, it was closer. It was closer. My answer to the moon was probably closer than what my answer to Sydney was.
The tiebreaker there.
It is when you win it. Not when you embarrass yourself and
Thanks, Tam.
say
Shouldn't be able to win
32,000.
nowadays.
Yeah, mate.
Well,
So, it was either that or how many minutes were in a year.
yeah, don't do that to me.
Yeah.
We've already seen Tam trying to work out 41 plus 41.
And be mocked for it. I think that's us, boys. So, unless you've got anything else, Tom?
Nope.
So, next week, it will definitely be the league tables, and then we'll have the actual final standings, and we'll go over a couple of results and go over what's happening next season.
And then I haven't got anything physical, but I could show kind of what their league we can announce the league prize, what they're getting. The winners.
I was wondering what you were going to show us there, mate. I was like,
Sorry, I've been talking to John too much.
yeah, mate. But anyone
Right,
that
let's end
hasn't
it.
looked,
Speak to you next week.
but anyone that hasn't looked in that general chat thing, that John and the Hooters, Jesus Christ, those two boys are sick in the head. But to be fair, I think it was Tom that started it off with the guess the job, was it? Guess who what their job was? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the two of those boys
Gave
took
them a
it.
platform.
Yeah,
He gave them a
platform to shine.
speak.
Oh, mate. But anyway, we'll see you next week when you can see for definite that Tom is going down bottom of the league. Right,
Scared
guys?
what I'm showing next week.
Oh, God.
See you later,
Bye.
Jim.
Nice to meet you.